iPhone 5. Should you upgrade? The question of the century. Well, maybe not of the century, but certainly of 2012. I have my black and slate brand new iPhone 5 here. How does it compare to the old iPhone? How does it compare to the new Galaxy S3? How does it compare to the 4S and the 4? We'll talk just a little bit about that now. For the most part, I think that Apple has really hit a home run here with their design of this phone. Does it look like the other iPhones? Sure. Does it work like the other iPhones? Kind of, but there are some upgrades to it. And so I think that, if you have the eligibility and you can get it on a contract for a discount price, I definitely think it's worth it. $199 or whatever it is for whichever model you want. Certainly worth the upgrade, and it's a great time to upgrade too if you're eligible, because what it gets you is it gets you the best phone at the best time. And so, this phone, if you're doing 2-year contracts, will last you the 2 years and will be receiving all the updates from Apple, and will be the best phone for the next year that Apple produces. So you have to keep that in mind, because if somebody were to be eligible for an upgrade and just wants to save $50 and goes and buys a 4S, well, they're buying a year-old phone. So I think that if you're eligible for the upgrade, get the 5. Apple have done a fantastic job here with their design. This nice aluminum back feels really great. They've done a really nice job here. You can see that it's got some plastic here for the antennas, which is sort of an inlay, or maybe that's glass. Actually, I'm not sure. But phone feels really great in your hand, fits really great in your hand. You compare it to, say, the S3, which is a 4.8-inch screen, and the Apple just, this, as great as the Samsung is, and as much as I like using it, it is hard for me to reach all those corners. I definitely have to shift the phone around in my hand, and it's hard to use one-handed. But Apple have taken that on and basically made the screen a half-inch longer, which doesn't help for the width of the screen since they didn't change the width, but it still fits in your hand nicely and allows you to reach all those corners. And that was the point of the design, I guess. So anyway, back to whether or not you should upgrade. If you have in my opinion, if you have a 4 or 4S, you're probably getting about 90% of the phone. And when I say that, I mean you're getting, you don't have as big screen, so you have your 3.5-inch screen. So that's, one of the benefits of the 5. The other benefit of the 5, aside from the aesthetics and the redesigned case, they've changed the camera a hair. What they've done is they've added a sapphire lens cover to prevent scratches. They've also changed the low light capabilities of the camera. And so if we look at some of these shots I've taken over the last couple days, there's the low light capability of this new camera is actually pretty good. What they've done is they've changed the software tweaks to allow for better noise control and to let people get better color and faster shutter speeds and stuff during the dark. And so you can see that the noise control and the quality of the shot is really quite good. It was taken street light only downtown, and I'm impressed. I have to say that the just standard low light capabilities of this camera are pretty good. And another example here is the new panorama mode that I took in a bar with basically just ambient light. Panorama mode. You can see a little bit of distortion there by the exit sign, but this is basically people are moving around, and it was able to stop motion and produce a pretty nice image. With very low light. So camera, I think, is probably a pretty nice improvement. But back to the 90% argument, what are you missing? You're missing the new dock connector, which is maybe a plus, maybe a minus. Apple are calling it the Lightning connection, and so the nice thing is that you get universal, direction independent plugging. So I can switch it around and plug it in either way, which is cool. I dig that. I dig that you can do that. But the bad thing is that if you're invested in a ton of accessories that are using dock port, then you're kind of stuck. And you either need to buy the adapter or just forget about it and just use the go all Lightning. But they did make it only a USB 2 cable, and so I think that's sort of annoying that they haven't updated it to USB 3 since all their plugs are USB 3. But enough of the connector, we'll talk about other things. iOS 6 does include the new Maps program, and make sure if you have the iPhone 4 or 4S that you upgrade to iOS 6 so you can get the latest and greatest maps. Let's see what else is different. There's some other features like Passbook, but that's iOS 6 as well. Trying to think if there's really anything else you're missing out on. They claim that there's an HD microphone in this guy. I don't know how good or if AT&T takes advantage of that. If you look at my other video compared to the S3, the voice quality, they're about the same. So you're probably not missing out on a whole lot in terms of the new fancy HD microphone. So the big thing is LTE, and I'm on Wi-Fi right now, but LTE is great. LTE is fast. You are going to pay more for data, so you're getting kind of a mixed bag there. It's nice to tether on LTE. It's nice to use it in the field if you're going to connect your laptop. LTE is very, very fast. It's way faster than 3G. But a lot of people use Wi-Fi. A lot of people, have a small data cap, 2 gigabytes, 3 gigabytes. So with LTE, even though it's faster, you end up sucking down more data and paying more in the end anyway. So most people will find that they like how the phone looks, they like how the phone feels, they'll get that attention that they're desiring of, ooh, is that the new iPhone? And people will ask about it, and it's a sharp phone. It does look nice, it does feel nice. I think most people will recognize it as an iPhone. Most people will be interested in hearing what you think about it. But the other question is well, should I upgrade if I have an Android, or should I upgrade if I have another top-of-the-line Windows phone? And the S3, a lot of people like the S3, and I'm one of them. I think the S3 and the S3 is a great phone, and I think that people who are iPhone fans will like the new iPhone. People that are Android fans will probably say they don't like it, but it's personal choice more than anything. If you have a top-of-the-line Android phone, you likely have more features than the new iPhone 5, and so the iPhone 5 is an incremental upgrade from the iPhone 4S. They've added a lot of refinement and very little innovation, and they've left some things out that are included with these top-of-the-line Android phones, and so it's definitely a personal choice of whether or not you should upgrade to the 5 compared to an Android phone, but just from the iPhone 4S to the iPhone 5, I think is a pretty nice improvement. In general, it's a great phone. I think it's worth it if you can pay the upgrade price. Don't go out and spend the full amount, $650 or whatever. The iPhone 4S, you're getting 90% of the phone. If you still got the 4S, it's very, very comparable to this. You're missing a little bit of screen, faster internet, a little bit better camera. Overall, you're going to get the same software features in iOS 6. So keep that in mind. I think that most people who are diehards will really super enjoy the new phone. I really like using it. I like technology, and I'm a phone fan, and so I like to go back and forth between all my different handsets. And so for me, the iPhone's a win, but for you, it might be a different story. So hope you guys have enjoyed this, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.